Okay, it is high noon and we are going to get started here um, with Broker Q&A. Um, I have Amy and I have our Zoom host. And so hopefully we will have some more people join us here in just a couple of minutes. But we're going to talk about today the clear cooperation, and we have some slides here for listing rules and options. We're going to be discussing understanding the NAR clear cooperation, FMLS and Georgia MLS rules, avoid potential fair housing violations, and helpful special steps for listing agreements. So if we could move on to the first slide, that'd be great. So clear cooperation is all about being very transparent in our dealings with buyers and sellers. And so we have a couple of seller brokerage engagement agreements, depending on what the situation is with your particular seller and their listing. We can offer a non-exclusive seller brokerage engagement agreement. And this is the best agreement in the following scenarios. It does not get entered into FMLS or Georgia MLS. A yard sign and any other form of advertising is allowed, and showing the property is allowed. So in certain circumstances where perhaps the seller doesn't want the property listed on the internet, this would be your best bet for that particular seller. I will caution you that the non-exclusive seller brokerage engagement agreement does not fully protect you as an agent, because with this agreement, the seller can hire another agent in addition to you on a non-exclusive. What I recommend, if you want to start with a non-exclusive and write a special stipulation that the exclusive agreement would be executed and enforced 30 days from the effective date of this particular brokerage agreement, for example. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so here is your exclusive seller brokerage engagement agreement, delayed on the market date for over 30 days. Clear cooperation says no advertising at all unless it's entered into FMLS or Georgia MLS. Any advertising whatsoever requires the property to be listed in the MLS systems within 24 hours. No showings whatsoever are allowed until the property is active in MLS system and available for any buyer to see, which is fair housing. And any offer received must be presented always. And if the property goes under contract prior to on market date, then it must be entered into FMLS, Georgia MLS, and put under active under contract or pending status. So be careful with this, guys. We have, this is a reminder of how coming soons are being mishandled and are really, in many cases, could be fair housing violations, because we don't know if agents are handpicking people that can see the property or not. But anyway, these are the rules for your exclusive seller brokerage engagement agreement. Next slide. Okay, so exclusive seller brokerage engagement agreement, delayed on the market, less than 30 days. No advertising at all unless it's entered into the FMLS Georgia MLS. Property can be entered into FMLS Georgia MLS as coming soon status, and you have a yard sign saying coming soon for up to 30 days. No showings whatsoever are allowed until the property is active in the MLS system and available for any buyer to see. Fair housing again. Any offer received must be presented. And if the property goes under contract prior to the on-market date, then it must be entered into FMLS, Georgia MLS, if it wasn't being advertised as coming soon, and put under active, under contract or pending status. So that is the scenario for less than 30 days. Any questions so far? Okay, let's go on to the next slide. So with your exclusive seller brokerage engagement agreement, no delayed marketing date, seller signing the agreement, wants to get the house on the market and get it listed ASAP. It must be entered into FMLS and Georgia MLS within 48 hours and put on active status. All advertising is allowed and showings are allowed. Seller has the option of choosing no internet advertising, which means that the property will only be seen by FMLS Georgia MLS members and not on national websites like Zillow or Realtor.com. Recommended special step. If seller is choosing to allow the property to be marketed only on the local multiple listing service, which broker is a member of and understands that it will not be listed on national real estate websites, and that this may limit the overall marketing exposure that property receives. So I don't know how many of you all have had this circumstance come up, but apparently it has come up. And hence, these are why we have these now clear cooperation rules that are in place. But I think our job as realtors are to explain to the seller who may not want it on Zillow or Realtor.com the importance of having it there. It's going to shorten their days on market, hopefully, and give them more exposure for their listing. So this would be the case of a normal seller brokerage agreement, but they have the option of choosing no internet advertising. All right, next slide, please. Is that the last slide there? Yeah, it must be. Okay, so from no more slides left. Okay, thank you so much. So those are the 3 or 4 different scenarios that we have that we've discussed here. Are there any questions about this? We're going to be discussing this in team meetings. It's very important that we all pay particular attention to these new rules involving clear cooperation. Any questions? Okay. Any other topics that I can cover for you today? This is a Q&A session, and we've got plenty of time. So if you have any questions or anything else you'd like to discuss with me, let's do so. Okay. Well, I will thank you all for joining us. These are recorded. They are on. If you want to go back and review these slides again, you can go to the Circle app under Heart of Atlanta Group, Resources, and all of our Contracts 101 classes, all of our broker Q&A classes, and discussions are all recorded. So just keep that in mind if you need to go back and want to review these slides again, if you have a question. We are always available on our broker email hotline, broker@heartatl.com, or you can certainly pick up the phone and call either myself or Angie, and we are always here and ready to help you when you need it. All right. If you all are around at 1 o'clock, please join me for Contracts 101, Part 1 of a 4-part series. And hopefully I'll see some of you then. All right. Thanks for joining me.